Today we return to Transformers the Movie with Transformers the Movie Studio Series 86, number 23, Autobot Ratchet, on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured, back with another Transformers Studio Series 86 review. This time we're looking at 86.23 Autobot Ratchet. I picked him up at Walmart, and I did get him in 2023, but you know, based on the schedule and everything, I'm just now getting around to reviewing them. Still got Ultra Magnets to review. I have a lot of things I still have to review, but today is Ratchet's turn. We're gonna do that. I opened them, and I actually shot this entire review, but I did it with no sound. So, you know, I could have used it. What happened in the video was fine, but I didn't feel like doing an entire voiceover of an entire video. So, you know, I don't know. I just decided to reshoot it. So he's already opened and everything, unfortunately. But, you know, we'll go over the normal things that we do. The figure, the package, do some comparisons, put them in alt mode, and do some final thoughts. So we'll put Ratchet to the side here for a second. Look at the package. Nice artwork of Ratchet by Marcelo Mater with his two pistols, which is accurate to what happened in the movie. Got a close-up of Ratchet's final stand in Transformers the Movie, and then a smaller picture of Ratchet's more or less full body. Transforms in 25 steps, comes with a backdrop. Autobot shuttle ambush, or Decepticon shuttle ambush. And, you know, he's in the exact same pose as Ironhide on his box, even though they're not the same figure. So looking at Ratchet himself. Looks cool, pretty much like he did on the show, even though I wouldn't go as far as to say he's one-on-one dead accurate to the show. He's got a lot more detail and everything like that. But he is a, you know, pretty good interpretation of Ratchet from the show. He does have a couple of differences from Ironhide, besides obviously the color and the styling of an ambulance. Obviously his head's different. He has a different cod piece. And of course, he has sirens. So he really comes with 4 accessories, the 2 guns and the 2 sirens, because they do come off. If you take the sirens off, he's just a white van, because he has no other detail on the van. Has the same features as Ironhide, which is you can basically put blast effects on the guns. I don't have any blast effects handy, but you can also peg it in for storage on his back in robot mode, like so. I wish that you could use his old accessories from the Siege version. He had, you know, medical accessories that you could also put on the Earthrise version, because that was a retool. But not on this one. So he can hold the wrench, of course, but he can't put the thing on his back or anything like that. That kind of sucks, but you know, what are you gonna do? But he's, you know, he's definitely a, you know, more than passable interpretation of Ratchet, and he is pretty good in terms of posing. So, you know, I don't know. It's going to be hard to top him in the future. So, you know, this is going to be the one in my main collection. So next, we'll get him transformed into ambulance mode, and check them out there. So here we have Ratchet in vehicle mode. He's a pretty plain ambulance. Rolls pretty good. He's got the sirens there. And, you know, he's fairly vanilla, but, you know, he gets the job done. If you took the sirens off, he would just be basically a white van, which, you know, I guess. But obviously, you know, we're going to need him to be an ambulance. You know, it's just about as good as the Ironhide from, you know, 2022. And, I mean, you know, not a whole lot to discuss there. So, I guess what we'll do now is do some comparisons. We're going to use around with him Ratchet's enough. He does roll again pretty good. Doomed crew issues from the yeah, that'll do it. Let's get on to in the comparisons. Beginning of Transformers the movie. Ironhide, Prowl, and Brawn, who were all some of my favorite characters. You know, particularly Prowl. I was gutted when he died in the movie, but you know, the continuity at your house is different than the continuity that Hasbro made. For one thing, they made multiple continuities, so you know, I believe those shows and comic books were supposed to be like a springboard for you to make your own stories. That's how I see it anyway. And then of course we've got Earthrise Optimus Prime for scale, and they do look good. I think I pointed out in my Ironhide video that the Studio Series 86 versions are actually a tad shorter than the Siege and Earthrise versions. And it just so happens that I have Siege Ironhide here. So what we'll do is bring him in. He's roughly the same size, you know. So for these guys being Voyagers, they are on the small side. I think still taller than Hot Rod, I guess, but you know, just a tad smaller, you know, functionally the same size. I actually do have Ratchet here somewhere. I just don't see him. Yeah, he's kind of buried down in the box, so I'm not going to dig him out. And why is Siege Ironhide here? Well, that's a long story. But there is a story, one that we will tell at some point. So there's Ratchet with some of his friends, and we're going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers Studio Series 86, 23, Autobot Ratchet. He's a great figure. Same as Ironhide. I believe when Ironhide came out a year and a half ago in 2022, you know, a little over a year ago, I guess, I gave him a 10. And this figure is just as good as that one, except it's Ratchet and Ironhide. So I'll give him a 9. Essential figures for your collection. If you didn't get the exclusive Ratchet that came with Lifeline and Earthrise, then this is the one you're going to want to get anyway. I'm suspecting that they'll do the same kind of deal they did with Prowl and Ironhide and make, you know, solid window versions that's getting shot up. Probably him and Brawn. I mean, that's the most logical choice, right? But you know, we'll see what we do about that when they actually do it. So that's gonna be it for this video. Ratchet, like I said, is a great figure, and he's just the first Studio Series 86 review coming up on the year. They actually got quite a few figures this year. There's the Junkion scrap heap, and Naw's getting a refresh, start Sharkticon, and I still have Ultra Magnus to do. Swoop, of course, final Dinobot. That was supposed to be being released in the first quarter of 2024, but I never believed that. We haven't even seen it, so I don't believe it's gonna be first quarter. It's probably gonna come out around the same time as the rest of the Dinobots, which is July, August. There may be somebody else that I'm just missing, but you know, we are getting a fair number of Studio Series 86 figures, much to the annoyance of some other Studio Series collectors. But you know, Studio Series 86 is all of it, so I'm sorry. You're gonna always have a Studio Series. But yeah, Studio Series 86 all the way. All right, so that's it. I will see you guys on the next video. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. I respond to all comments, and I love to engage with people who watch the videos. So next time, everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.